just close the eyes to begin this talk on healthy eating with a healthy breath. So let's just breathe in through the nose, long breath out through the nose, slow and deep a few times. If you're busy all day or at your computer, let's shrug the shoulders, inhale, exhale, let them drop. Maybe roll the shoulders. And then just get comfortable. 3 more slow breaths in and out through the nose. Just to get comfortable and grounded in your body and present so we can really be open to this discussion to improve our lives, the planet, and the animals. And this won't be too long, and it's not a lecture speaking at you. I'm going to actually share from my experience as a lifelong vegetarian, and I've never eaten fish, meat, or chicken in my whole life, not even once, and then shifted about 8 years ago to vegan, and also teaching stress management. For the last 3 years, I was teaching for the Ornish Heart Disease Reversal Program, working with dietitians, doctors, and nurses, and watching people's medication for diabetes and blood pressure start to ease up and their health improving, and their joints and their body, from a combination of vegan or vegetarian diet, exercise and yoga and meditation. But I'm not a doctor or dietitian to tell you what to eat or how to eat, or am I as a yoga teacher doing that. But I really do want to inspire and share that you don't need to eat animals to sustain. In fact, your health will be better off, most likely, and I actually want to say it will, but I'm just giving a disclaimer. But there's been research proven again and again, and you can look on nutritionfacts.org for detailed research studies, proven again and again that plant-based eating, vegetarian or vegan, can in fact prevent or reverse heart disease, prevent or reverse diabetes. They even show that not eating dairy and meat can help prevent your risk for cancers. It can definitely help your joint inflammation and body pain if you have. The reason why I've never eaten meat, and I'm 46, was because my parents learned from the yogis about a healthy diet, which then was vegetarian. Now yogis, if they really want to follow non-violence, the Sanskrit word ahimsa, it would be vegan, because in fact the eggs in baby cows and baby chicks are getting killed for dairy and meat. 99% of animals in USA come from factory farms, crammed in cages. Chickens can't even spread their wings. You might think, oh, but free range and things like that. Free range might just mean there's a door where the chickens can get out, but millions of chickens could be crammed and only 5 chickens up at the front, for example, can get out. So these are a lot of marketing terms from the dairy and meat industry to get you to think you need meat and that think the animals are free and safe from harm, but they're not. Think about you. Would you want an animal to kill you so they can eat a meal? No, you want to live. Well, so do our animal friends. Animals are living beings. The fish, the pigs, the chickens, the cats, and dogs, like your pets. What's the difference between a dog and cat, or a cow, or a pig? It might be cultural. It might be what your parents or agriculture industry in the media has taught you. But the truth of it is, all animals want to live. Animals feel pain like us. They may look different. Some fish have scales, or some animals have fur. We have human skin. But we all want to live and not feel pain. Animals have babies just like us. So when cows are forcibly impregnated, they're forcibly impregnated by the dairy industry so that they take the sweet baby calf, so heartbreaking, the day the baby's born, they take it away from the mama cow, and both are crying hysterically and screaming, and then they take the milk from the cow that's intended for the calf. That's why the cows produce milk, for their baby calf, not for humans. And then humans steal their milk for human profit. So I won't get into the horrific details. You can see footage online. You may or may not want to. But on the ethical standpoint, for compassion and kindness and harmony, including the eggs, they also kill the male baby chicks the day they're born in a grinder because the males won't produce eggs. Now, I grew up eating eggs and dairy. I'm not judging anyone. I didn't eat fish, chicken, or meat, thank heavens, because my parents learned from the yogis about health and compassionate diet. But when I shifted, I realized all those years, did I know that the baby chickens were dying and that the baby cows were stolen from the moms for the milk we drank? I'm so glad now I actually like the taste better and better on my digestion. There's soy milk, hemp milk, cashew milk, rice milk. flaxseed milk. Options are getting endless. Even when I was growing up, before all these vegan substitutes, it was still able to go to a health food store and eat vegan or vegetarian. But now there's even vegan and vegetarian restaurants. So for all of you that are listening and I know are shifted to vegan or vegetarian or want to, I can encourage you to let you know that the myths around being vegan and why people need meat and animal products are just not true. I'm going to show you a fun apron my friend got me for my 46th birthday. I don't know, you might see it backwards in the screen, so I'm going to read it to you. It dispels all the myths, and this will sum everything up very quickly. It says vegan. This is what people assume about vegans. Vegan, I know you could never do that. It says no, it says, sorry, yes, I'm vegan, and I know you can never do that. No, I don't eat fish. Yes, I get enough protein. B12 is fine. My B12 is fine, thank you, and that's true. I've tested twice. My blood work this year and a few years ago. I do recommend B12 supplement for vegans if you're not eating eggs, because that comes from mostly eggs, but you can also put nutritional yeast high in B12 on soup and salads. And then it says it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. So vegetarian, to clarify, and plant-based means you're getting most of your food from not processed, but plants like vegetables and such. The yogi diet's vegetable, nut, whole grains, plants, legumes, beans, and fruits. So vegetarian is no meat, fish, kind of anything with eyes that was alive and killed. But vegan is not just the food. For some, it's just healthy. They don't want dairy or meat. But for some, it's also ethical, an ethical vegan. They also don't want to wear animal skins. Animals were killed for fashion. Vegans don't want to wear animal skins. We don't want to harm the animals in any way. We don't want to go to circuses where there's animals being held captive and abused for entertainment. Now they have these great circuses that are like light shows with animals. I saw there was one in Santa Barbara. Animal-free circuses are starting to do. Where I live in Bay Area, they even banned animal use in circuses in San Francisco a few years ago. So with education, with our raising our consciousness, and that's one reason a lot of us meditate. We want to feel more peace, more harmony with our body, minds, and others, and health, and maybe expand our consciousnness, not to be so stuck in our heads. So to expand consciousness, we really do want to include all living beings, not just pets. As Dharma Mitra, who's an 80-year-old vegan yoga master in New York City, says, we need to extend our compassion beyond the pets. So options are endless for food choices. There is so much you can eat, plant-based, vegan, or vegetarian. I love this cookbook, which is not just vegan, but vegetarian, from Shivananda Yoga Centers, the yoga cookbook. If you're into yoga or teaching, she actually has a new book, Sharon Gannon, Yoga and Veganism. This one I like too, Yoga and Vegetarianism, which goes over the ethics of not only is not eating animals great for, of course, the animals, they want to live and not suffer. Why would we want to contribute suffering to other beings or humans or animals? But also that planet, it's more sustainable. Using land for raising crops, which are animals, raising animals for food product takes up so much land and so much waste that they say the number one thing you can do, and if you see the movie Cowspiracy, it'll tell you more about that, or mercyforanimals.org website tells you more. But the number one thing we can do for the planet, it's not to just stop using straws in the ocean because it hurts the fish, but just stop killing the fish and eating them. And if you buy fish and eat it and think, well, I'm not the one killing it, our dollars and what we support in the industry goes to what is sold. So if there's less demand, there will be less fish killed. The commercial nets are wiping out our fish and oceans. In these commercial nets, they're taking dolphins, sea turtles, sharks, seals. So it is horrific. You're not just eating a fish on your plate. Not only are you probably getting mercury and plastics now in the fish, which affects your health, but it's contributing to a industry that's killing the fish. And in these nets may kill byproduct, bycatch, dolphins, octopus, seals, sea turtles, and then they might throw it back in and then just take the fish to sell. So we don't need to support this cruel system. It's healthier on the health, our bodies, our joints, our heart health. If you're not eating animals or dairy, you're not getting cholesterol. Cholesterol doesn't come from plant-based foods. It doesn't come from vegetables or fruit. Cholesterol that clogs the arteries, and now they even think might attribute also to dementia. It affects the whole body health. It is coming from those animal products. So study after study shows that it is healthier for the body, preventing heart disease, cancer, and the number one killers, and even now increasing our immune system to perhaps help prevent illness. If you're getting sick from a pandemic, your body might fight it better. So there's undeniable research-based proven reasons on the health it's better. And just to end this small talk, the yogis also were vegetarian, now vegan if they really are adhering to Ahimsa, nonviolence, because it was promoting meditation, better meditation. If you're eating food that was killed, when the animals are killed, because no animal wants to die, there's adrenaline, like we would get if someone's coming to kill you. We get the hormone adrenaline produced, and that's in the animal, and then you're eating the dead animal flesh. In yoga also, it's not sattvic, which means pure. If you're eating dead animal product, the energy is dulling. In Sanskrit, they call it tamasic. Tamasic is dulling. The yogis wanted the mind to be sattvic, pure, peaceful, in harmony, for improved meditation, for health, and for serving the planet and living in harmony with all living beings. So if you've been eating meat, it's very dulling. Some yogis even say you really can't have true success in meditation if you're eating the animals, because it's supporting violence, you're ingesting violence. And the mind quality and the energy of meditation, when you're more in harmony with your eating, not just doing yoga poses, exercising and meditating for your own self, but when you're truly acting by eating plant-based vegan, when you're truly making actions in the world that will not support the violence and support harmony, people say their meditations have improved drastically. I know the dairy alone, shifting for me, vegetarian to vegan, was great, because I noticed more energy it takes to digest dairy, which is cow's fluid. There was a Dr. Clapper in a documentary said that. And Game Changers, no, that's another good one for athletes, Game Changers. But anyway, if you're ingesting milk that's for baby cows, not humans, it's going to be harder on digestion. And the meditation improves, win-win-win for your health, the animals, and the earth. So I hope this inspired you. And just try it. They have meatless Mondays. If you just want to go slow, maybe try once a week not eating meat. See if you sleep a little better that night. They've proven so many benefits. So start slow, go at your own pace. When you go shift to vegan and vegetarian, it's not just eating veggie burgers and processed vegan food and vegan cookies and junk food. That's not going to give you the health. You have to learn how to do it to get all the nutrients you need, and you can definitely get it from a plant-based diet. But for hair and nails, for example, perhaps put flax seeds every day in your smoothie. And again, I'm not a nutritionist, but flaxseed is great for hair and nails. I put that in my smoothies. I put ground flaxseed in my oatmeal in the morning. So there's ways to get it. And then also calcium. You can get calcium from greens. In fact, some people say now that the milk we were taught that gives you calcium can deplete the bones, not help it. But you get calcium from greens. For omegas for your brain, you can take an algae-based vegan supplement, which I take. The two real supplements as a vegan I like to take are that omega. I do the algae-based Nordic Naturals brand I've been using, but you can also do Udo's Choice oil and smoothies. So it's the omega. If you're not eating fish, you need to get those omegas. You can get some from flaxseed, but to get the full balance, I think it's 369. That Udo's Choice brand oil, or the the Nordic Natural supplement, and then the B12. For those are the two. So hello, Anita from UK, and Jules, no difference at all. Is that my friend Jules? Oh no, it's another Jules, vegan, the V for vegan. You don't see a difference at all. Fruit instead. Your mom ate eggs and you didn't eat them because you were inspired. I inspired you. Oh, that's so sweet. And I grew up eating eggs, so I understand the taste and why we think we need it. I haven't bought eggs probably in about 2 years, because when I shifted to vegan from vegetarian, I went slow. And the truth is, I don't miss it. Yesterday, I'll give you a recipe. I made a tofu scramble. This was better to me than eggs. And I knew I wasn't harming the chicken, so it made me feel better. I just mashed up tofu, put some turmeric, good for joint inflammation. I put a little red pepper flakes. I steamed some carrots, which is how I ended up too many carrots, and that's how I made up that carrot vegan cream soup that I put in my YouTube channel. And I'll put my YouTube link there if you want to look at it, the 2-minute video how to make that soup. And then also I put in some vegetables, steamed zucchini and such. It is so easy, and that was my tofu scramble. It was so much better than eggs. I even put in some vegan cheese. Not perfect for the health, but you can buy, like I'm in California, so there's Miyoko's is delicious, vegan mozzarella and cheese. There is Trader Joe's sells a vegan cheese blend, soy-based. You're still getting protein, but not the dairy. So that was some recipe ideas. I'm not a master chef. I just watched a webinar about weight loss for vegans last night online from Chef AJ. I haven't really watched her before, but she's great. There's so many wonderful vegan chefs for real ideas. I grew up this way, so I cook kind of simple, but I'm giving you some ideas. And yeah, Nita nutritional flakes, great for B12. So I sprinkle that on. I did actually sprinkle it on the tofu scramble. I put on soup, salads, anything to give me extra B12, but I don't need more than the supplement a few times a week. And Ro, you asked, when you're restricted, no nightshades, no grains, or issues with nuts, what's there to eat? I put today 20 sources of vegan protein on my Instagram. It's the Sunlight Yoga account. I'll put it in here. Check that out, because out of those 20, I bet you there's some you can eat. That it's not vegetables or nightshades or nuts, but there's quinoa, beans, lentils, maybe tempeh if you're not restricted from soy, tofu, all great sources, garbanzo beans. So I think, Ro, there's plenty. Look at that 20 sources of vegan protein I put up there. And to make sure I get to any other questions, I think that was it. Brinley, you were busy with school all day, and here you are again. I'm so glad. And Sasha from the Netherlands, and Karen from Ireland, Ro in Chicago. So thank you all. If anyone has any questions, I'm at the 25-minute mark. I keep going longer than I think because I just want to share with you all how we can not harm animals, keep our health better, improve our meditation, feel more peace, sleep better, more energy. Who wants that? I'll take all of those. Why kill animals if we can improve our health without harming beings? That's the thought, right? I've been teaching 25 years, and the vegetarian and vegan diet's part of yoga. So Brinley, I'm glad you like this. And no, you don't really need, Jeanette, you're right, B12 every day. I don't take it every day. I bought like a nice brand, a better brand supplement for B12 once, like a Gyrodophilus, I think is brand. Now I just bought a CVS brand. I did my blood work, it's fine. You don't need it every day per se to B12, but you do want to make sure you're taking that supplement as a vegan. If you're vegetarian, I just started the B12 a few years ago. If you're vegetarian and eat the eggs, you don't probably need the B12 supplement. Iron, make sure you get it from spinach, raisins. You can get everything you need from the plant-based source. You don't need to go through the secondary source, the animal who gets it from plant-based. The strongest animals in the world, the elephants, gorillas, rhinoceros, I'm missing one. Gorillas, elephant, rhinoceros. I'm missing one other. They're vegetarian. They're actually vegan. Which animal am I missing? So Jeanette, you're 100% vegan, and Wendy, yeah, the ox. This is the other. I love this quote from this plant-based athlete, weightlifter. He says, people say, they say, I need to eat meat to be as strong as the ox. Forgetting that the ox is eating grass. The ox is vegan. The gorilla's vegan. The elephants are vegan. The rhinoceros are vegan, and they're very strong and vital. They could, I'm sure, win us in a fight. So we don't need it for strength. We just have to get it from the plant-based food. It might take a little while to shift the cravings, but you can do it. I support you in it. If you have questions, you can go to my website, sunlightyoga.com, and feel free to email. I'll put it in the notes. And I'll try to do some other talks about vegan and healthy living. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm loving this new forum where we can gather from all over the world and talk about ways to improve our lives and the planet. So thank you all for joining, and I appreciate it. And I hope this was helpful. And I do have a vegan carrot soup recipe I just put on my YouTube channel this week. It's youtube.com/sunlightyoga San Francisco. So I hope that inspires you.